Greetings, Fortniters. This is JikkySef. We're playing a duos battle royale match. My good buddy Jedwian is Deadpool, and I'm Logan, also known as Wolverine. This team was forged in the pages of Marvel Comics. Weapon X. Weapon X predates the X-Men. Alright, let's see what my quests are. And I'm going to let my buddy choose the location. Looks like we're going to Colossal Coliseum. X marks the spot. We're going in the Coliseum. That's a song by Tom Waits, one of my personal favorites. Swordfish Trombones, Small Change, Nighthawks at the Diner, Rain Dogs. So many great albums by that guy. So the entrances are on the south side and the north side. Make note of that. Sometimes you get caught in the storm when you're inside the Coliseum, and you gotta try and figure your way out. It's like a maze. There's a lot of ground to cover here. You could spend an entire game here and still not see the entire Coliseum. So my buddy Deadpool here knows of the secret underground lair of the Imagined Order. We're going to check that out in a moment. Let me just shield up here. I don't think Wolverine and Nick Fury get along too well. Their personalities seem to clash. What's up, Deadpool? Say hi to Cable for me. I just saw the movie Deadpool 2. That movie is not for kids. Some funny stuff in that movie. And it also stars Domino from X-Force. I used to have those comic books when they first came out. They had so many X-Universe comic books. They had X-Men. They had New Mutants. They had Excalibur over in Britain. That featured Shadowcat, who used to be Kitty Pryde. And the leader of the group was Captain Britain. I used to have that t-shirt, actually. I wore that thing out until it started disintegrating. You ever have a favorite t-shirt and you wear it so much it starts to fall apart? I do that all the time. Wolverine was here. So this is the underground base of the Imagined Order underneath the Coliseum. Hope you guys enjoyed my last video, the I.O. elevators. I'm going to do a part 2 because there's other stuff that pops up. I know a loot shark pops up and a trophy fish. I just happened upon the Shadow and Ghost henchman. That was a nice surprise. I was not expecting that. I was wondering what happened to those two guys. At the end of Season 4, they were just chilling, looking over the water. One guy was playing a banjo. They were both sitting in rocking chairs. Alright, Deadpool, what are we all about here? We're just cruising around here. We hear somebody walking around the Coliseum. Not sure if they made it down into the bunker here. My grandparents used to have a bunker in the basement of their house in Hartford, Connecticut. It was a full-on bomb shelter. Now that house is a crack house. It's right across from the Webster Theater. I played the Webster Theater once. My band AM Radio, we opened up for Third Eye Blind. That was cool. That was a great tour. Third Eye Blind is a fun band to tour with. Bunch of great guys. I remember at the beginning of the tour, they weren't playing the song Graduate. And that's my favorite song by Third Eye Blind. So I went up to Steven, I'm like, dude, can you guys play Graduate? And you know what? He played it that night. That was the coolest thing. What a cool guy. Alright, let's get my head back in the game here. We've surfaced from the underground bunker. The trick to playing duos is you gotta stay together, because you might encounter another team, and you don't want to fight 1 versus 2. Those are bad odds. And odds are everything here at the Coliseum. Do you guys remember the Coliseum from Star Wars? That was pretty intense. With all the Jedi. Alright, looks like someone had engaged Menace there. I gave Menace a little hand. These bosses, if they're fighting another opponent and you come up on the boss, they won't fight you because they don't see you as a threat. So you actually have an ally, the enemy of your enemy. Uh-oh, someone's throwing bombs up here. Speaking of bomb shelters, maybe we should get back down in it. Nah, the storm's coming. Alright, where'd this dude go? So I'm narrating this one at night. My voice is a little bit different at night than it is first thing in the morning. My vocal cords had a chance to stretch out. And I think it gets softer too. Kind of like Terrence Trent D'Arby when he speaks, or Steve Perry. Ah, that was delicious. But you know what Logan likes to drink? Molson Golden. That's right, because he's Canadian. I remember that one Wolverine movie where he's hanging out at a bar. Just waiting to get into a scrap. Kind of like right now. Alright, you're going down, Missy. See, that's the benefit of 2 versus 1. I feel like we're in a war zone here. Alright, Deadpool, I got your back. Alright, I'm gonna revive him. That's actually a quest I have to do. You have to revive a teammate, and then you have to reboot him. And here's some Chug Splash to get you up to speed. Look at that, I'm a medical specialist. Alright, that Storm's coming in. And I'm not talking about Storm, Wolverine's teammate. It's a good idea to keep an eye on that Storm at all times. I think we got enough juice to get out of it, though. We're kind of getting separated here. 2 games ago, Jedwian got 14 eliminations. I only had 4. And we had Mancake on our team. I'm not sure how many he had. We ended up coming in 5th, though. We were in a situation where we were fighting 3 teams at once. It was pretty crazy. You do not want to get into that situation. Unless if you're a pro, which is definitely not me. Alright, we're almost to the edge of the storm here. I wish I had bandages instead of this shield. A lot of movies dropping this year. Have you guys been watching the trailers on YouTube? A lot of good stuff. Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Batman, some other cool movies too. Bat in the Sun's got something new coming out too. Alright, I gotta heal up here. Kind of excited for that Vision and Scarlet Witch show. You know, back in the day when I was a kid, the Vision used to be one of my favorite superheroes. And then once I saw Wolverine, Wolverine became my favorite. Who remembers the movie Logan's Run from the 1970s? That's a crazy science fiction movie. I used to have one of those shirts. I wore it on stage. It's kind of like a space outfit. Check that out though, Logan's Run. It will not disappoint. My buddy Jedwian's always good for med kits and shields. He's always got me covered. I was poking around in creative earlier today, looking for the Spy Within Midnight City. That is a cool game. Whoever made that, props to you. That's the next video I'm going to upload, probably before this video. But I was looking around Creative and they still have a whole bunch of holiday stuff up there, so if you want to get in the holiday spirit again, go into Creative and check it out. There's still a lot of limited time mode games there. I think there's one with giant toys or something. That looks kind of neat. I might check that out. I love the 0 point. It just shoots you forward fast. It's great when you're trying to run from the storm or cover a lot of ground. Haven't spent too much time in Salty Towers. I remember Salty Springs. That was one of my favorite landing places last season. That and Holly Hedges. This is kind of like a cross between Salty Springs and Tilted Towers. Thus, Salty Towers. Looks like the town got wrecked. I'm using the Fortnite 2020 harvesting tool. How cool is that? I think I'm going to keep my claws sheathed for the rest of the match. I'm loving this mallet. My dad's nickname was Hammer. He was a master carpenter. And me and my brothers, we all got nicknames. I was Sledge. My brother Eric was Ballpeen. And I think my brother Brett was Mallet. I could be wrong. He's about 10 or more years younger than me, so he was working with my dad when I'd already moved out to California. Alright, looks like Jedwian is way ahead of me. I kind of lost track of him for a moment there. Weapon X rides again. That was one of the Wolverine standalone movies where they featured Weapon X. And they had Ryan Reynolds playing as a weird version of Deadpool with his mouth sewn shut. They also had the Blob. I don't know if you remember that. He joined the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants along with Magneto and Mystique. And Pyro was part of that group too. Mystique, what a cool skin that was, huh? I gotta break that out. It comes with the Shapeshifter emote. You could steal any skin after you eliminate an opponent. I wonder what happens if you eliminate a boss in this game. Do you get to play as them? I bet you do. That was the only way to be Shadow Midas last season for Fortnite. You had to eliminate him as Mystique, and then you could play as him. Looks like Jedwian's gone back into the storm on a scavenging mission. Must be a good weapon. Alright, the numbers are dwindling down. We're getting towards the end of the match here. We're safe in the eye of the storm. Looks like there's a taxi that got beat up. Toasted taxis. Kind of like tilted taxis. Just toasted instead. Who remembers Pop-Tarts? I used to love those. And then they had the cheesy version, Toastums. Some company that ripped them off. Alright, we're going to chill out in this AM Radio Shack for a bit. I just unlocked Menace. I'm level 85. Can't wait to see what that final tier is. Is it going to be the Predator? Is Agent Jonesy going to come into the game? Are we going to be able to play as him? Will we get the skin? These and many other questions will be answered as Season 5 unfolds. This season started off strong. They gave you Mandalorian right out of the gate. I got 2 victory royales with him the first week. And then I kind of put him away. I haven't taken him out yet. Once I get all his Beskar, I'm going to break him back out. It's going to be awesome. Who here has been watching the Mandalorian TV show on Disney+? It's awesome. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert right here. So you might want to fast forward through this if you don't want to be spoiled. Boba Fett comes back. How cool is that? And guess what? Boba Fett's going to get his very own spin-off show. That's going to be sweet. They said it was coming in late December, but they might be behind schedule on that. And after the credits on the season finale of Mandalorian... Oh, there's someone right there. Looks like Jedwian took him out. I just stole his elimination. That's a duo's faux pas. Someone else is shooting at us. From way over yonder. What is that, Flopper Pond? Alright, we're going to play it safe and hug the storm. This is one of my favorite endgame things to do. Is just kind of dance along the perimeter. I feel like other players are just going for the eye of the storm at the end of the game. So if you walk the perimeter, you could scour for loot. Or if you need to heal up or shield up or reload, it's a great opportunity. I had a game a couple days ago. I'd picked up a legendary weapon and I forgot to check if it was reloaded or not. And at the very end of the game, there was only 3 people left. I was sneaking up on some dude. I could have easily capped him. I shot the gun, and there was only 2 bullets ready to go. And by the time I switched weapons, I was done. So, PSA, reload your weapons. It's ultra important. Alright, the storm's on our backs here. Looks like we're going via the roof. Oh, a lot of loot here. Alright, I don't want to get nicked by the storm, though. Alright, it looks like it's us versus 1 player at this point. And Jedwian's got a fantastic idea here. He's a lot better than building than I am. I just kind of rush into battle sometimes without thinking. He's building all sorts of ramps and protective barriers. Very smart. Alright, so I'm going to emerge from this bush. And the dude's coming up the hill. Doesn't see me. Until it's too late. Victory Royale for Weapon X. Deadpool and Wolverine. And look at that. I completed a quest called Outlast Opponents. I like the mission recaps. It lets you know that you did a good thing. And don't forget to support a creator. JikkySef. That's me, JikkySef. Accept. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and may the Fortnite be with you.